Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Ohio Odyssey. That's right. We decided to take a trip out to Ohio to see Mr. and Mrs. McStache. And there's a story behind that. Of course, there always is. And this is actually the third time I tried to record audio. I like the video, so the audio is not going to match up with the video. But I made the smart decision, of course, 3 hours before I left, to decide to do the audio a little different. Try to save me some headache and try to do it through the camera. Well, that was a total flop. It just don't sound good. For some reason, it picked up it used both the line in and the camera audio. So you got so much wind noise, and it was horrendous. Even for the mediocreness of myself, if that's even a word, it just wasn't good. So, on the way back home, I figured since I already got the coverage that I wanted, I would do my usual way of recording. Well, for some reason, sounded like something was constantly hitting the helmet. All you heard was tap, 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 tap. So, I don't know. So, here we go. Take 3. So, I left at 8:30 Friday, October 16th, I believe, on my longest motorcycle journey yet. For most people, it's not too exciting, but for me, 411 miles, 6.5 hours, although it took me more going out. But for me, it was a challenge, which made it all the more important, which is all the more reason why I did it. It's always good to challenge your fears and anxiety and just stretch your level of comfortableness. So, I did. I wanted to see Mr. McStache, meet him in person. He opened up the opportunity, but also I wanted to push myself. Every year you push yourself a little more, a little more. So this was that chance to push myself a little further. And it was well worth it. So here we get to cross over to Maryland. That's right, Maryland, the home of Bronco Ride. He's a Wawa fan, so we don't really talk about him. Deep down he knows it's sheets for the wind. But anyway, this is his home, Maryland. And I was not prepared what Northern Maryland had in store. I'm about an hour from Maryland, but Maryland has always been a destination place. Been to Baltimore, Inner Harbor, Frederick, Townsend. A lot of places in Maryland I've been to, but they're always destination. And when you're in a car, it's about the destination. You get in, you get there as fast as you can, so you can enjoy the destination and get back. Whereas in a motorcycle, it's about the ride. It's about getting there. So I was not prepared what Maryland had in store. I've been on the highway, you go to Maryland, that's it. So I was very happy. Google Maps took me, for some reason, it's shorter, which I don't get. But it took me through Northern Maryland, into West Virginia, up through Pennsylvania, and then into Ohio. So the other great part is I got 4 states out of it. So it's a 4-state ride. Can you beat that? And what a surprise. I am sidetracked already. But how can you not stop for this kind of views? It's just not beautiful. This is what traveling and the experience is all about. course, just like most of my rides, you gotta get a little moist. I don't get it. They give me nothing around, but somehow I always get a little wet. You know, Maryland, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Ohio, they're all pretty much the same climate, the same terrain, you know, within reason. But I was shocked. I've been around this area 41 years of my life, and I've never been to this part. And what a perfect time. The fall foliage, the rocks, I mean, the views when you look over the cliff. I was just taken. You would think being around here, this would be nothing. I see it all the time. Mountains, foliage, I see the trees changing. I mean, should not take my breath away as much as it did. But man, what a beautiful trip. If you ever get up this way, definitely recommend. I did this Route 68. Took 81 to 70, I think, to 68. But it's just beautiful. And then I wound up going through this town, and even after the fact, I'm not sure what town this is. But even the town, the architecture, it's some kind of city. I'm thinking it's Hagerstown, but I don't know. I've been to Hagerstown before, and I don't remember this. But even coming through the city a little bit, it's just neat to see. This was really the trip that was about the ride, and not just the destination. This ride out through here just made me even more disappointed that I missed the West Virginia Motor Meetup last year. It was just spectacular views. And of course the camera don't do it justice. It was neat. This trip took me through West Virginia, and up through Washington, Pennsylvania, home of Harley D. Ryder, good old friend HDR. Isn't too far from Pittsburgh, and then out 70. And I've never been to that part. I've been to Pittsburgh. I've never been to this part of south of Pittsburgh. And this was just one trip that every mile was given. Spectacular, always giving. Definitely well worth the trip. So much more than I could plan. That's one thing that I have learned. Well, here we go, just enter Pennsylvania again. Beautiful Pennsylvania. Going to Washington. But I used to be one who planned excessively. I wanted to know my stops. I wanted to know where I was going. I wanted to know where I was going to gas up. I wanted to know where I was going to stay, where sightseeing was. I had to have everything planned. And every time we done that, there would always something would run over, so we wouldn't make it to another commitment. Or weather, something would be canceled. And we had so much planning involved that we had so much expectations, stuff that we were going to see, things we were going to do. And even though the trip was great, we were so focused on what we did get to see and where we did get to go. And unfortunately, even though it should have been an awesome experience, it turned out not as good because we didn't get to do what we had our hope to do. So, with this trip, I had my destination planned. I had the hotel there, and that was it. So this was the first trip by myself on the motorcycle where I had nothing planned in between. All I had planned was to get out to Obits, I believe, Obits, Ohio. And my plan was to see Mr. McStache. But again, because of life, I also had alternative things that I wanted to see if it didn't work out. Because I made my mind, I was going this far, I'm not going to leave disappointed. So something came up and he couldn't meet with me. I had other plans to try to make it the best trip, make it worth the miles. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. We got to meet up. It was amazing. Mr. and Mrs. McStache are just wonderful people. But this is definitely a trip I definitely wouldn't mind doing again. And hopefully I get to. But time will tell. Because of life. You can't always plan. That's one of the big things with 2020, which is the other big reason why I took this trip. Or one thing that we have taken advantage of is the opportunity to meet with people. And it seems so foreign that you might not be able to meet with people. And 2020 showed us that, well, it's not really guaranteed. With the lockdowns and all, just really, they made you realize that it ain't guaranteed. I love this bridge. This was one of those that, I'm big on this kind of stuff, but man, this bridge was just beautiful. It's like crossing the Ohio River. I thought it was so cool. Neat bridge. And one thing that also this trip really made me wonder and regret. They put all these beautiful signs, welcome to West Virginia, welcome to Maryland. But there's no pull-off. There's no way for a photo opportunity. I mean, it's nice you can drive by these beautiful signage. I mean, nice to stop for a photo op. I mean, honestly, people who came up with these state borders and stuff were not in the millennium generation. We need pictures. I mean, come on. Why spend all this money on this beautiful signage and stuff if people can't stop to take a picture? Okay, maybe I'm the only one that thinks that way, but that'd be so neat when you came through, be able to take a picture. Welcome to West Virginia. Welcome to Ohio. But no, you're on a highway, people flying 80 miles per hour. You can't exactly just stop on the berm of the road. Well, you could, if you don't value your life. No, there should be a nice pull-off. They had the scenic outlooks in other places. Why don't you just have a welcome to our state pull-off? It seems so simple. Why am I the only one that thinks of this stuff? I always wondered that. I'm just a retard. I'm just a normal idiot. Why not come up with some of this stuff that these smart, well-paid people should be able to come up with? Well, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. Very much appreciated. And hope you have a great, wonderful